In the previous Oxwagon Diaries episode, we made the most of a gorgeous day as we set out with 2 air guns and 2 centerfires. We got a great return with plenty of action. 6 different species in one day. We're only just getting started though, as we have some more days of action-packed hunting lined up. Stay tuned, this one's going to be awesome.
Good morning on day 3 here at the Witmorskloof Oxwagon camp, where we have some very overcast conditions and very light drizzle, but the forecast says it's going to be picking up a little bit throughout the day, so we're not quite sure what the day will hold, but either way we're going to make the most of it. It's still very early, sunrise is only in about half an hour, so we're going to make some coffee, get our energy levels up, get all the guns ready, maybe hit the range here and just do some quick zero checks, and then we'll slowly start heading out.
With the morning zero checks done and dusted, we head straight out on an early morning drive, hoping to bank a few vervet monkeys before the sun rises. We aren't seeing any monkeys about, presumably because they're all hunkered down in the bush trying to take shelter from the rain, but while we wait for conditions to change, let's see if we can spot any dassies on the cliffside. These rock structures in front of us here have been quite fruitful in the past couple of years. There's probably 15 to 20 different rock structures with different groups of dassies on them just across here, ranging from about 120 meters to probably 200 plus. But when it's overcast like this, especially when we're nearing winter, they don't really want to come out unless they can actually get warm outside. So they're probably all down their holes right now. Yesterday we saw quite a few just sitting there. Unfortunately it was a bit windy and we missed a couple shots on them. Hopefully later today, as it warms up, even if the sun doesn't come out, it should warm up and they should come out to look for food. We can come back here, set up the tripod, or just shoot off the bag like we got here and get 1 or 2 of them. The dassies are also a little bit weather shy at the moment, but we do spot some animal activity while we wait. We eventually begin making our way back to camp, as we've planned to meet Anton and Kutsia, who live on this property, and head out with them. Well, with the temperature dropping, our tank pressure's dropped as well. We're just going to top this tank up to 300 bar with a little 12-volt compressor. I definitely wouldn't do this with a big tank, but with these little 2-liter tanks that are already relatively full, it can work quite well. So pretty simple. We're going to flip it over to 12-volt. Make sure it's on 300 bar. There you go. Right on time, Anton and Kutsia pull in and we begin loading all of our stuff onto the back of the bucky, ready for some action. I think this 22-250 can actually go in there. I mean,
inside.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
This is much better than trying to shoot out of the window or trying to get out every time. We should be a bit more successful today, provided the animals actually come out. So yeah, exciting.
Hope for the best.
And Anton's skipping school to be here, so we've got to make it count. On the way up the valley, we spot this kudu bull looking a little bit worse for wear. We decide to leave him for the time being and hope he recovers, but remember him, he'll be making an appearance in a later episode. Further up the valley, Anton spots a group of warthogs and makes the decision that it's time to bring home the bacon, quite literally. Dropped it on the spot. Good shot.
Yeah, it was facing to the fence's way and looking up and took him behind the head. Dropped right there.
Looks like probably 130, 150 meters, something like that.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah.
So
it's perfect. These
130.
Yeah, these 95 grain VMAXs for stuff like this. I mean, Yeah, it's awesome. And I just saw drop on the spot. So, you know, bigger animals like kudu or whatever, we'd want to switch, but
Yeah.
did the job. I'm actually keen to check the trigger cam footage now also.
Yeah.
Warthogs not only make great cheese grillers, but they need to be kept under control in these properties as they break down livestock fences. Anton has grown up here his whole life and understands well how to manage the area.
We came around the corner here and we saw this beautiful sow standing against the fence. She had a few young ones with her. I think it was last year's small ones, and decided to take her down. Yeah, it looked like the shot was a bit back. It was facing up to the fence, and I took her like this. I think it made a fatal shot in the head. The pigs' population have just grown so much now over the recent few years, because when a pig is young, it doesn't just have one or two, it has 5 or 6 of them. So they grow extremely fast, the little ones, and they make holes in the fences and they just damage all the fences up and the gates. And when you herd your goats and cattle into camps, the fences start to break and you just lose them and they go to the neighbors and you struggle to find your animals. Yeah, so that's why we brought down this beautiful sow. It's got a bit of a tusk here. It's been worked down a bit with the rocks in the mountain, but beautiful morning and lucky to get this out.
With some meat for the freezer to get the day rolling, we switched back to the 95 grain VMAXs and hit the road once again. Yes, you know what this music means. It's time to slay some monkeys. With so much green vegetation after all the rain we've had, we know it's going to be a difficult task to find them. But we're pretty confident that we'll get our chances, and just around the next corner, the first grey menace meets its match.
Take the bottom one.
Okay.
Oh, beautiful.
Take a minute.
Dropped him straight
That
down.
was awesome. That was 137 yards, dialed 3.5 mils. I hate using yards and mils together, it just seems so wrong. But I'm trying to get used to yards for the competitions in the States. I'm trying to like remember my trajectories in yards to make it easier when I compete there. But anyway, yeah, 137 yards. First shot, I could see he was almost down and out for the count, but he was still gripping on. Put a second shot and even dropped straight down. That was cool, eh?
Well done. Great shot.
Awesome.
With the troop now moving out of airgun range, it's time for the 260 to make its mark.
Oh, there, I see them sitting there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get him.
Oh, I can see the blood splatter on the rock.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
He's still lying there, you'll see him as through the scope. Okay, there's another one that's gonna come out where you shot the one now. He's a bit left, about 5 meters there he runs. Okay, there he sits.
See him?
Oh. Okay, there's another one, go like
I'm out of ammo. I've got a kit.
Okay, wait. Where's the ammo?
Yeah.
I'll get it for you.
Get it, yeah.
What do you have?
Yeah.
Far on top,
Okay,
mate.
I see him there.
Okay.
It's number 4. These things are shooting so fast, 3,400 feet per second. So 100 to 150 is just a laser.
Yeah, 135.
Yeah, perfect.
I hand Anton the rifle, hoping he'll get an opportunity too, but the monkeys are now well and truly hunkered down in the bushes, and we eventually decide to go look for the ones we'd shot and to assess the damage. Kutsia offers to go bundu bashing through the valley, and we direct him towards the spots that we'd seen them drop. It's not often that you get a chance to drop a group of monkeys like this in quick succession, so we're definitely savoring the moment.
We thought it was going to be horrible weather today, but this weather is actually perfect. It's overcast, but it's not raining right now. The temperatures are perfect. There's no mirage, very little wind, so it's actually been awesome. And we've had a lot of success this morning with the monkeys. Obviously Anton got his pig a little bit earlier, which is awesome. Then we came up the road here. I managed to get a shot at what is pretty long distance with 100 something,
130 about.
yeah. Yards. Nice long shot with the impact. And then as the troop of monkeys started moving on, all hell let loose with the with the 260. This has proven itself to be a really effective tool. These monkeys we recovered here, I don't want to show you the other sides of them because they are just, I mean, there's a hole like that, which is varminting. The whole point is not about like looking after the meat. It's about getting humane shots in where the animal gets switched off straight away.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. The only problem with the 260 is that there's still just a bit too much recoil. So the shots taken, especially shooting off a bag on the back there where there's like, it's almost like a pivot.
Yeah.
You know, the gun moves like this and
Bounces off.
and we're just not getting perfect footage. So maybe we'll switch back to the 22-50. The only problem with the 22-50 is if we see anything bigger, like a baboon or a warthog, we probably want to switch back to this. So this is a really versatile tool, but we will probably have to just figure out the whole scope cam thing and see how we want to play that.
Yeah.
Pity we can't use a muzzle brake. That would help a lot with the recoil, but I don't want to be deaf, so we'll stick with the silencer.
We just happened to be at the same spot that we'd stopped at earlier to look for dussies, and we're in luck because a couple of them have now decided to emerge from their holes.
On this bottom rock here, now there's a patch of grass growing.
Yeah.
Now just above that.
Yeah, 126. So it's 2.9 mils. You can hold like
Okay.
a centimeter or two to the right if you want.
Okay.
Dead.
Dropped him
Is
in
that
the
one
head.
on the top still there? Yeah, he's still sitting there.
Is it on record?
It's on record.
Okay.
I think you hit
I got him, so yeah, but he ran forward.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, these conditions are, especially for airgun stuff, there's very little wind.
I literally held about a centimeter for the wind.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it even was necessary, just in case.
Yeah.
Because it's always, the wind might be quite here, but I don't know what's going on in
Yeah.
between the valley.
So yesterday we had what felt like a crosswind here,
Yeah.
but over there it was pushing it down.
Oh,
like
okay.
this shooting across
Yeah.
valleys is very, very difficult with any wind. And that's kind of why I tried to favor, you might say I'm overpowering this gun. Yeah, you know, I can use a lighter slug if I want and everything, but the high ballistic coefficient just is so much more forgiving. It's that centimeter of drift that makes a difference when you're shooting small animals like this at these distances. So, I mean, I remember it was the first time I came here with Luke.
Yeah.
We had an impact shooting pellets, and Luke shot a Dusty off that exact same rock from this exact same spot.
Yeah, and
I
that
was
was
it
amazing.
blew my mind.
Yeah. I remember we still had one of those little wind meters that you
Yeah.
plug into the phone at the top.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But now, I mean, there's probably 3 or 4 times less wind drift with this than with a pellet. So this is now an easy shot, whereas last time it was.
Makes life so much easier.
Yeah.
Time to make our way towards a new spot, and we want to get a move on because the weather is threatening to change for the worse. We cover a lot of ground on this property, and you have to because the animals that we're after move around from valley to valley, and you never quite know where you're going to find them. As we near our old faithful ground squirrel spot that keeps producing year after year, we switch to the Pantera just in case we spot a bushy tail running around. And sure enough, we get our wish.
Come on, show me your head.
You got both.
2 down. This Panthera, because of the way it's balanced and because of its low center of gravity, it's so much nice to shoot off a bag like this in the impact. The impact's quite top heavy. Impact's really nice for like shooting out of a window or offhand, or where you need a compact gun with a weight further back. But this on a bag like this, I can kind of just
even
guard
on a
it.
tripod.
Oh man, it's awesome. So yeah, that was 65 meters, 1 mil elevation. It's our 3rd species for the day, 4th species for the day. We got a few here yesterday or the day before. This whole region here is full of like ground squirrel holes. This one is right against the base of a tree, and Anton spotted these as we were driving past. Trying to remember which one was which. I think this was the first one here.
Yeah.
In the neck. Yeah, perfect shot in the sort of chest neck area. And then this one, also their chest area. But yeah, with these 40 grain javelins, it doesn't really matter too much where you hit them. As long as you get somewhere in the engine room, they will go down on the spot.
Yeah.
This gun, I'm loving it so much. It's not the perfect form factor for lugging around and shooting offhand, stuff like that. But if you're doing any sort of positional shooting off a bag, off a tree, or anything like tripod, it's so easy to keep it still. It's so dead accurate, and it's got the power. So yeah, awesome. Two more little critters for this morning. There's that fluffy tail that was shielding this one, but managed to get them down. Cool.
Just down the valley, we spot a big flock of guinea fowl foraging in the grass. During the drought, birds like this are really scarce because the monkeys eat all of their eggs and they just can't breed. But now that the drought is broken, they've rebounded really quickly as they can hide their eggs a little bit better and the monkeys have more food to choose from. From 300 meters out, guinea fowl make great target practice.
300 or so meters, so it's not an easy shot here, but these things are accurate.
The day is still young, and wanting to make the most of our time with Kutsia and Anton, we decide to make the journey up the mountain to see what we can find. The mountain's high altitude grassland provides a very different terrain to what we'd been in the whole morning, and with that comes the chance to see different species. I get a very brief opportunity at a small troop of monkeys at a ridiculously steep angle, but I just pull it to the side as I attempt to take an offhand shot.
Just pulled it a bit. I need to practice my offhand shooting.
On the plateau, we hop off and head to a cliffside to survey the valley below. Immediately, we spot a beautiful kudu bull. It's always good to see healthy populations of game animals roaming around, and this bull might be in a hunter's crosshairs sometime in the future. Today though, we're just here to observe him and admire him. We'd hoped to get some extreme long-range airgun shooting done with the Panthera, with a nice shooting position on a cliff giving us the perfect view of a dam almost 600 meters away. This setup is certainly capable of such a shot, but we know that in this wind it would have been more of a luck shot than anything else, so we decided to rather save our ammo and have some fun with the 260 instead. These little balloons are no match for this rifle, even at such a distance. As the temperature drops and the clouds close in even more, we begin to make our way down the mountain. What a refreshing sight though, just endless rolling hills draped in clouds and the long, rough road cut into the mountainside leading us back down. Tonight at camp, we'll be enjoying dinner indoors. Some coffee to warm us from the inside and a crackling fire to warm us from the outside. That's all we need for contentment, and the Oxwagon camp provides that once again.